welcome back to the Sparkle Eats Kitchen. I'm Megan from Sparkle, and I am giving you some ways to use up some of your Thanksgiving leftovers. You're probably looking at your refrigerator and saying, oh, what am I gonna do with all of this? So if you have some leftover stuffing, or even just a box of stuffing, some broth, some cranberry sauce, I'm going to give you an easy way to use some of those ingredients up. And as you can hear from my sizzle, I already started this recipe along. Here I have 1 pound of sausage, and I'm using the Sparkle brand sausage that they make in the store every day, and it's just so good. You can use mild, or the regular, or you can use the hot. I'm using hot here just for a little extra spice, and I'm using this meat chopper that I love. This is one of my favorite kitchen tools. And you just want to start to break this up. And now that we're almost cooked through, I'm going to add some of our veggies. Here I have an onion, about a half of a cup of onion. And again, you're probably going to have onion on hand and some celery, maybe even already chopped. And now I'm going to switch utensils and just let this cook all together, and let the sausage cook through, and let those veggies start to soften a little bit. So you want to let that go for a couple minutes. Now that our sausage is cooked through and our veggies are starting to soften, you want to drain off any extra fat that might have come out of that sausage. But if you can see from here, I don't really need to do that. This is so lean from the butcher at Sparkle that I really don't need to do that. So all I'm going to do is transfer this to a bowl. To our mixing bowl, now we're going to add some chopped up cranberries that are dried, which you probably have on hand. Then I'm going to add our box of stuffing mix. Now you can also use leftover stuffing that you have from Thanksgiving, whatever you want to do. But if you're going to do that, you're going to just want to cut back on the chicken broth that we're going to add and kind of feel it and see how much you want to add. So you just want to add about 1 box. And then I'm going to start mixing this through. Then we have some cheese, about a half of a cup. I'm using a fine shred here just to make it easier to mix. And then 1 cup of chicken broth, or turkey broth, or whatever you have on hand or left over. And I'm keeping a little bit off to the side just in case this is a little bit too dry. And then what's going to keep this all together is our eggs. This is 2 eggs, and you just want to beat them a little bit before you put them into the bowl. Now that we're all mixed together, all you want to do is start to form these into almost like little meatballs. And here I have just a baking sheet lined with some foil for extra easy cleanup, and then just fill your tray. When your sausage balls are assembled, all you have to do is put these into a 375-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, just until everything is brown, because pretty much everything is cooked in the meatballs except for the eggs, so that only takes a couple minutes. While the sausage balls are in the oven cooking, you just want to put together your dipping sauce. So here I have about 1.5 cups of leftover cranberry sauce. To it, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of orange juice, and then just a touch of salt. When your meatballs are all the way heated through and browned, just serve with the cranberry dipping sauce, put some toothpicks in them, and you have a great little Thanksgiving snack.